My friends over at IDW sent me a preview of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Nexus. I have read issues 1 and 2, and here we're going to talk about everything that I can tell you and encourage you to go check this out when the series comes out later in December. So stay tuned for that in this video. If you're a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, buckle up because we have TMNT Battle Nexus Ahead, issues 1 and 2. I have read them, and they don't just start a new event, they blast the doors of the multiverse and remind you exactly how weird and gloriously over the top comic books can be when they're done by the creators and when they decide to go all in on this. This is a 5-part weekly series powered by an absolutely killer team. The script is by Tom Waltz, who worked on the Turtles for such a long time, with a story created by a dream lineup of Tom Waltz, Paul Allor, Sophie Campbell, Goellner, and Erik Burnham. Basically, a council of TMNT architects who have shaped the franchise for years, and bringing it all to life are the phenomenal Esau and Isaac Escorza, whose art feels like it was forged in a cosmic dojo specifically for this event. The setup hits you instantly. The Turtles are thrust into a massive martial arts challenge unlike anything you've ever faced. It's big, it's dangerous, very chaotic. And then the moment you think you know what to expect, boom, Turtles from other fan favorite universes start to show up, allies you never thought you'd see together, combos that feel like they were ripped straight out of a childhood what if conversation on the playground. It's kind of that crossover energy that can only happen in comic books, and man oh man, it feels real good. These first 2 issues deliver a lot of that classic TMNT sense of adventure, but dialed even up to 11. If you've been a fan for years, I think this series is practically a treasure hunt. Every page has something: an Easter egg, a visual nod, a surprise cameo, a clever twist on a familiar moment. It is truly a love letter to every era of the Turtles, all stitched together with a sense of fun that feels very infectious. You can also almost feel the creator saying like, hey, remember how big comics used to be? Let's do that again because it was a lot of fun. Speaking of big, let's talk about the art. The art team, they go above and beyond with the visuals that don't just look great, they evolve. The style shifts to match each of the universe's turtles that we encounter, capturing different tones and aesthetics. You can see that in some of the covers that we'll look at, but also you can see that just in any of the previous stuff that we've seen. It's all here. It feels like a guided tour through the entire TMNT legacy, except that the tour guide is doing backflips and throwing ninja stars while shouting Kawabunga. The action is explosive, creative, and straight full of joy. The fights don't just feel like battles, they feel like moments of fandom have been waiting for decades. Matchups you didn't know you wanted suddenly become your new obsession when these characters bounce off each other in ways that feel electric. Every encounter feels like a promise really truly fulfilled, and that's the beauty of the Battle Nexus Ahead. It reminds you that comics don't have to hold back. They can just be big, bombastic, they can be loud and wild, ambitious, colorful, chaotic, and completely unapologetic about having the time of their lives. This event understands that spirit perfectly. Let's go take a look at the covers that we'll have for issue number 1, just so you can get a little taste of what is coming. So here we have the main cover. As you can see, our traditional TMNT already facing off against some really interesting characters, including a black and white Shredder that could be pulled straight from the original comics. We also have this really cool cover by Mateos Santoloco. And then we have one more cover here by Dan Schoening, which is truly like somebody playing with the Turtles. Smashy smash, like if you were putting your action figures together. So this is very, very exciting stuff. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. A series like this does not come very often, and I think right now the TMNT Turtles, the Turtles themselves, are having a moment. So if you have ever loved the Ninja Turtles, any version of them, any incarnation, this series you have to check out. Issue number 1 drops December 24th of 2025. This is on Christmas Eve, and trust me, you're gonna want to grab it right away. So support your local shop. Make sure you pre-order this, or at least ask them to pull it for you now. Dive into this multiversal madness, and then come back to the channel so we can break down every wild twist and turn, every universe colliding moment. We can do that all together. I will be going over a lot of this stuff in more detail when the book's actually out, and we'll dive deep into all these matchups, and we can talk about the coolest moments as well. So, Kawabunga, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.